you've got to allow enough time in your preparation for an Ironman. And if you come to me and ask to do an Ironman and it's 8 weeks away, the obvious reaction from me is you're almost too late. So there has to be some sort of understanding of what your previous experience is before I make my mind up about how much time you've got. So if you come to me as a novice and you've never done an Ironman before, as compared to you come to me and you've done 10, then I would have a different answer. So, starting your preparation too late is a very general thing to say, and it also depends on the athlete's experience. So let's just say if you've come to me as a novice, I would say in order to run a marathon properly, you would need at least 26 weeks. So why would that be any different in an Ironman when you're going to have ridden 180k before it and swum nearly 4k? So for a novice person, 26 weeks is the minimum time that I think you need. Anything above that is a bonus. But 26 weeks sounds a long time, half a year, but gee, it's it's only 26 weeks of long runs or 24 weeks of long runs because you take out the taper and especially the long rides. If you haven't ridden past 100k, in training, you need to actually progressively develop your training to achieve comfortably a 6-hour ride by the end of the preparation.
So what is your ideal, even if someone's done an Ironman before, or they've done maybe a 70.3 but they've never done an Ironman, they've had a lot of experience in triathlons but never done an Ironman, what is your ideal? 6 months is minimum. Would you personally prefer an athlete to come to you for 12 months?
Yes. 12 months is the ideal. So if someone comes to me and says, I've just finished busso, I'm not happy with that result, I want to know what I did wrong in my training. How can I improve my result? I'll go, fantastic. Have a couple of weeks off and then we'll start the basic training program. So you've got at least a year under your belt.
Yeah. So how early is too early?
Well, I suppose that's a question we talked about later is how long can you hold form for? So we're not trying to achieve our best results in, let's just use, say the race is December and we're starting training in the start of the year at January. We don't expect to be in race form in January, February, March because we can't hold form from March through till December. So we want to progress ourselves, and it's not about getting yourself in tip-top shape initially. It's about just creating that base foundation so that when you get closer, 12 weeks out, then you can start really ramping up some intensity and reducing the volume. You don't want to be doing, 4 weeks out from an Ironman, you don't really want to be doing 6 or 7 hour rides. But because people come to me so late, that's what we end up doing. And that is a huge mistake because you go in with too much fatigue. You want to go in there fresh, and all your base stuff should be, and that comes back to the question, not allowing enough time. So if you actually did do that, then, you could have had probably 6 months of 5 or 6, one per month, 6-hour ride under your belt from January through till July or August if our race was December.
Yep.
So come race phase that we call from base to peaking to racing, you've got all the miles behind you, and it's a matter of then improving your functional threshold power, improving your running pace, so that come race day you're actually going to, with a higher power, you're going to have a higher average speed.